1990s actually. In 90s, the really poultry industry got the patronage of political parties,
full screen
so
कर
that it
दीजिए
became a
उसको
status
उसको
symbol
थोड़ा
for all the political parties, all the
डॉक्टर
political.
वो थोड़ा फुल स्क्रीन
Yeah,
कर दीजिए
the real growth of commercial layer farming started in 90s, because it got political patronage and it was a status symbol for all those MLAs and MPs and leaders to have their layer farms. The government also supported the layer farming activities, and during this period all the veterinarians they entered in poultry industry, and because of veterinarians really poultry industry has got the technical width. Meanwhile multinationals they targeted the poultry industry for sale of their products. They took the seminars and they trained our vets and the technicians, and at that time we learned how to go with poultry business. However, in modern era right now, there are standard rearing practices. The nutrition is up to mark. The SOP are there. The systems are there. Aids of communications are improved. Road conditions are good. And egg traders who were earlier dependent on layer farmers, now they have learned their business, how to do their business. So egg traders are equally important uh, compared to egg producers. Rather, I would say egg traders are earning more than the producers, because they have learned how to do the business independently. And likewise, this business is running layer farming business. The breed performance they increased, but as the breed performance increased, they posed the breeds to various disease challenges. So we can see many more diseases are seen nowadays rather what we were encountering before say 15 years. Meanwhile the low protein diet concept came forward to take the egg production with 13.5% protein or 14% protein, and hardly anybody gives the protein above 16% right now. So that low protein diet increase the profitability like anything. But what happened, the multi age group practices still prevail. I will always blame the layer industry compared to broiler industry. That broiler industry is right now totally taking their product produce from all in all out system, whereas the layer farmers they are still in multi age group farming. So my pullet rearing base is all in all out. So we can see how the pullet rearing that takes place, how pullet rearing means corporate pullet rearing that started. So I was there in Venkateshwara. I was heading that division. For running that division for 3 years, I started my own business. Now, 13 to 14 years that business is running. So what is basically pullet rearing? That we rear the pullet in all-in-out system. We borrowed this concept from broiler industry to have better space, better feeding space, better drinking water space, ventilation, litter management. Then some things are centralized, some things are decentralized. Whatever needs to be centralized, say purchase or say the manufacturing process, but the shares and the day-to-day management that has to be decentralized. But what we did as compared to broiler, that we trained our manpower for vaccination purpose, debagging purpose, and this skilled staff here has become the major asset for us to run this business. We also have open access to the layer farmers, and whatever suggestions they have, we honor their suggestions. What is basic issue that the layer farmer, traditional layer farming operations, they put the chicks in the same premises where the big birds are there. Whereas what we do, we put the chicks in a premises where there is very little the field virus or field microbe chance, and that's why the vaccination is carried out at that place. So vaccine uptake, what we say that vaccine uptake is all important. That's why whatever pullet we supply, they are guarded against all major diseases. At the same time, we give more than adequate space. What it does that it develops the respiratory system in a proper way, and you may see at least 90% of the diseases they target the respiratory system. And what we what pullet we supply, the lungs, air sacs and respiratory system is properly developed because of proper space and proper ventilation, and that is a success story. That is the main reason behind the successful productivity of the pullets that we supply in the market. So these are few pictures. This is a flying bird. You cannot keep it in close confinement. You cannot catch hold it very easily. We rear all the birds on Jupiter system. When we started this operation on Jupiter system, the people they challenged that you cannot run this business on Jupiter system. But whereas right now there are more than 7 lakh birds of various ages on the Jupiter system at various farms, or around 150 to 200 farms. So these are anatomical study. You can see the pectoral muscles are equally distributed. The keel bone is well developed. You can see the development of gizzard, development of liver, development of intestine. You can see the spleen. This again, liver and lungs. You can see the air sacs. This is the kidney, rudimentary ovary, rudimentary oviduct. These are the lungs. What I was targeting. We develop the respiratory system in much better way as compared to whole industry. That is the reason behind our success. And this is a bursa
Okay.
of 15 weeks old birds. You can see the bursa cut open is well tonic and well developed. These all defense organs, they take up the duty of producing very good antibody titers against the vaccines. So uh, how pullet rearing helps to the traditional farmers? Since we supply these pullets to Maharashtra, Gujarat, and Madhya Pradesh, I will differentiate the traditional farmers in two categories. One is poultry farmer and one is businessman. So the businessman, he agrees that he pays little bit extra to us towards transportation and towards our profitability, but he manages business in such a way that he earns more in spite of investing more money than the regular practices. So we are able to produce that community who totally depend on pullet rearing right now. So they plan in season off season placement. So they go for the batches chick placed in February, March, April, May, June. So 80% of the placement is from this month, and hardly 20% placement from November, December. Uh, they can alter the flock size. What they take some 4 to 5% more birds to counter the mortality during inlay process. So their shed is totally packed, and whatever quantity of birds they order, we supply that much quantity. So there is no disparity as far as housing is concerned. Again, sometimes there are unbooked pullet with us. So what they do, they just ask us, sir, do you have some unbooked pullet with us? And if it is there, so they book the pullet. They plan the spent hen sale properly, and once the spent hens, the shed is empty, they clean that shed within 8 to 10 days, and they immediately house the second lot. So uh, they can play with the volume of the business. Then some of the farmers, they have converted their brooding growing shed into layer shed, and their capacity is increased by at least 30%. So if the farmer was having 1 lakh capacity, now he is the farmer with 1.3 lakh capacity. And since this is totally laying capacity, at least 95% of the capacity is in the running stage. Then few of the people, they try to place one batch at our end, one batch at their end, and they still try the various parameters. I cannot comment on that, but all these farmers, they are regularly with us. There is big crop of new layer farmers in Maharashtra, Maharashtra state. There are farmers of 3,000, 5,000, 7,000 or 10,000 capacity. They are having single layer shed. They know nothing about brooding growing. They just don't, they just know the single theory that to purchase the pullet, to feed the birds and uh, take the production. So what they do, they just have to uh, they just don't need to harbor the trained staff. They what labor want only for feeding and collecting the eggs. And since they find a lot of time, they invest that time in egg selling and realization towards their eggs. So there are around 600 plus farmers right now in Maharashtra state. They are running the business only based on pullet rearing business. So why it is successful model? First thing is that they purchase it from us, and since they purchase, the pre-lay management is very good. Generally, the 15 to 20 weeks management that is neglected by the layer farmers. But since the pullet are purchased, what they do, they uh, they target uh, those small birds. 2 to 3% birds are there. They grade the birds properly, and the prelay management is very good. So when we supply the birds, the uniformity is 90%. What we ask them to carry the grading at 17 week, 19 week, and 22 weeks. The comb grading is there. Since they have only this only duty of grading the birds, they keep on informing us that sir ये इतना छोटा निकला, इतना बड़ा निकला, likewise. So unknowingly they attain 100% uniformity. And since the birds are sold at for 15 weeks, the birds are housed at in the layer shed. I won't blame again, but some of the layer farmers, they house the birds at 18 to 19 weeks. I don't think that is proper housing age. There are constraints also in pullet rearing. It is not that easy business. In broiler, we just can put the chicks, we can rear the birds, whether it is healthy or unhealthy, we can sell it in the market. आप 10 रुपया कम करके दो और बर्ड मार्केट में सेल हो जाता है. But in pullet rearing, you have to sell only healthy birds. So to face the customer is not at all easy. Then chicks availability becomes a major issue, particularly in season when they are full of orders. We don't get chicks regularly. Then whatever is demand and whatever we can supply, that is very difficult to manage. Of course, disease problems are with us. We face the challenge from chicken infectious anemia. We face challenge from the coccidiosis, and main is what to do with leftover pullet. Okay, we have some 10,400 birds with us, and we have got the order for 10,000 birds. What to do with those 400 extra birds? That is a big issue always. Then customer expectations are very high. I compare those customer expectations with a bride. हमको बहू ऐसी चाहिए, मेरा लड़का कैसा भी रहे लेकिन मुझे बहू जो चाहिए वो बहुत 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 अच्छी चाहिए. That is the basic issue. They want a disease free bird, they want uniformity, and even one or two birds they are short, or one or two birds they are lame, they will complain it to us. The expectations are rising day by day. uh, Even say some phone calls come to me. हमारा bird our bird is at in 60 weeks, and आपसे पुलेट लिया था और अभी अभी ऐसा ऐसा है. तो भाई साहब वो 15 वीक्स तक मेरे पास था, अब 45 वीक्स तक आपके पास, वो आपका बर्ड हो गया. So even if the some issues they counter, they will blame it to you. Sir, what you did with pullet? There are huge expectations, and they don't want to listen to you. You are constrained. They want complete body weight at their end. We face very unruly behavior from these people. What they do, The loading process, transportation is up to say 12 hours or even 24 hours. After completed transportation of 24 hours, they will load the vehicle at a weigh bridge, and they will tell, sir, body weight itna aaya. But the body weight terminology is the bird that is inside the shed. Once you, of course, when we load the birds, we keep that bird hungry. So we totally offhead bird that is loaded. We don't target the body weight to be achieved. We want to target the well-being of that particular bird. The offhead bird that is loaded, that is transported throughout night, whole night. But what they will do, they will just have the way bridge slip, and they will convey it to us. Sir, body weight बहुत ही कम है. Likewise, this is the regular and routine complaint, and how to deal with this issue, that we don't know.
But
Where
we
the
work.
loading and unloading is there, naturally there will be some lame birds because fractured birds are there. But even two or three birds are there, they will complain it to us. Now, तीन bird lame आया, तीन bird छोटा आया, and naturally these expectations we cannot deal with.
Dr.
The
Atul
future
ji,
of business
one
is
second.
always guarded, because the loyalty is always under doubt. Might not be there. Constraint of chick supply are always there, and day by day the technical issues are going to increase. Just last 3 months before, I was having a very healthy flock. That was around 11 weeks old, hardly 3 to 4% mortality, and nearby a broiler shed that got infected with genotype 13, and I had to lose 90% of the birds for nothing. Even the birds were vaccinated with Lasota, Indicate, even R2B. When we start the pullet rearing, we rear the birds for say 3.5 months. So what worst can happen? So customer can totally abandon the consignment, that साहब वो bird मेरे पसंद का नहीं है और ये मुझे bird नहीं चाहिए, आप ये पैसा वापस दे दो. Okay, that happened quite a few times. That's simply unbelievable. देन कुछ 10-15 बर्ड छोटा आया, बड़ा आया, मुझे वो रिप्लेस करके चाहिए. इन द कंसाइनमेंट ऑफ से 5,500 birds, if 4 to 5 birds are lame or 4 to 5 birds are weak, he wants replacement for that. uh, Unbooked inventories are always there, because to run the business we go on placing the chicks on regular basis. uh, in a lean period we have to search for the customers, and sometimes we get a customer, sometimes we don't get a customer, and sometimes we have to compromise on it. uh, Particularly when the birds are above 19 weeks or 20 weeks age, though that birds is in a laying stage, the customer will want the compromised uh, rates for that. It happens. And what worst can happen, that you place the birds for 1 month, 2 months, and for whole lot of birds, they are placed, there are no takers. So what you will do? We have placed the chicks so that some takers will be there, but it happened, and we went through that during the COVID, and we have to start our layer division right now. Uh, we searched for the new rental layer farms. We had to search for a new manpower altogether. We have to manage everything during month of May and June, when it was simply difficult to move out of your home also. But that came as a blessing. Now we have over lakh of the birds in layer. Rather, we are producing 1.25 lakh eggs per day. We have the farms in the area of Miraj, Kopargaon, Nawapur, and this layer division is equally important to us, and it has equal turnover as the pullet. So our company grew say 100%, as Mahesh was targeting the tendency of the entrepreneurs. The entrepreneurs is a die-hard person, and he won't let it go so easily. So we are doing a very good service to the layer industry by having pullet division, but we had to have our layer division, and these are the supportive factors. We have got a very loyal staff. I have got a very good set of friends. I am very much proud to say that we have got I have got such a huge bunch of friends They are everywhere. You go to Delhi and you go to Bangalore and you go to Nagpur, and everywhere the friends are there. Most of the friends are veterinarians. Fortunately, our college, Nagpur Veterinary College, that gave us that in blessings, the ragging and everything. So everybody knows us. Uh, there are many loyal clients with us. They stand by with me. The VIP group, that's a major blessing for us, created by Dr. Ire. Of course, all creditors, debtors, and contractors, and main is my family members. I am thankful, Dr. Mahesh, to give the opportunity to deliver on this very big platform. You can
Thank you.
write down my contact details, and whenever needed, we can speak on phone, or we can chat, or we can have conversation on mail. Thank you.
That's a thank you for the energy which you gave. What is your turnover right now?
My turnover is around 35 crore, and it is set to cross 50 crore.
Thank you so much. All the best.
Thank you, sir.